Thank you for reminding.
One small clarification I want.
Yes, go sir. Who is speaking?
How the points vary, because most of all questions are answered immediately, but it is based on timing or how?
Based on timing, yeah, time is being set for each question. 1 minute is set for each question, and you
Okay,
can.
but after selection, it takes a long time for me. It's for me alone, or I don't know.
I don't know, bro. It could be some technical issue for you. There could be some problem in your device because other devotees I'm able to see they are. I don't think others are facing this type of problem. Anyone is facing this type of
Prabhu, no,
problem?
I also face. Today I also face somehow. Even if I by default actually my connection was getting lost. No, so I'm pressing on the screen to because generally we press with your left right hand. The blue side option was coming, and secondly, which I what I observed is, even if I click, let's say blue to blue, wrong to wrong, but then it was taking almost little while,
I see.
like 20 seconds, 25 seconds to reach.
I see.
It takes a long time
But
for getting after selection. It takes a long time to get.
I think, but results already come. Results are already coming in the scoreboard. I feel.
Yeah, this is also a live quiz. So the timer you have set, so it will only proceed when the time is over. So it will go
Correct.
simultaneously for all the participants.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, so that's good.
It happens. Yeah. If any devotee is remaining, then the time will go on until all the devotees have attempted. Then the quiz will the question will stop. Even though time is there, but still that time it will stop because everyone has answered. But if there is time and there is one devotee who has not answered, then the time will go on until one. Okay, we will begin our syllabus. Session 8. शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयं वागार्थविव सम्पृक्तौ वागार्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरे कृष्ण Yes. So we are studying what? We are studying Swara Sandhi. Okay. And until now, we have covered Savarna Dirgha Sandhi, Guna Sandhi, and Vriddhi Sandhi. Okay. And today we will be studying a new Sandhi, that is Yan Sandhi. Okay. We will study Yan Sandhi and also some other Sandhis of coming in the category of At Sandhi. At Sandhi just, it means Swara Sandhi. Another name for Swara Sandhi is At Sandhi. So at the end of this lesson, we will be able to learn what is Yan Sandhi, table of Yan Sandhi, examples of Yan Sandhi, and the rule of Yan Sandhi. So what is Yan Sandhi? In Yan Sandhi, the name, what is the meaning of Yan? So Yan is actually the result of sound transformation. Okay. It replaces the Purva Varna and the Paravarna stays as it is. In Yan Sandhi, there is a change. There is a sound transformation, and they come in the place of some swaras. What are those swaras? When there will be Puravarna and what Puravarna will, Paravarna will be there, then Yan Sandhi will be applied. Okay, what are the parameters we have to take into consideration? So Yan actually means, Yan includes 4 letters. Ya, Va, Ra, and La. In the Maheshwara Sutras, I have taught in the earlier classes. So you can see Hayavarat and Lan. Hayavarat and Lan, the 5th sutra and the 6th sutra, if you see, then there you can find, if we combine them, if you make a pratyahara, then it becomes Yan. Okay. Ha we have to exclude, and haya from yakara we have to take, and until the it lakara, it letter, it sangya, that we have to, the ending letter of the sixth sutra we have to take, and that becomes yan. So these letters come in the result. And here what happens? The swara gets transformed. For example, yadi and api. So yadi, if we break the word, we find purva varnaha is ikaraha and paravarnaha is akaraha. Now, one very important thing to be noted herein is that in the prior sandhis which we learnt, what were they? Guna sandhi, vritti sandhi, and savana dirgha sandhi. In that, purva varnaha and paravarnaha both were getting replaced. But here in yan sandhi, the paravarnaha stays as it is, and the purva varnaha gets replaced by a new sound. Okay. So here yadi api is there, and because the parameters are matching the rules of the yan sandhi, so yadi here ikaraha gets transformed. Ikara is replaced by the letter ye. Okay, the vyanjana only, not full purnakshara ya, but only ye. So it becomes yadyapi. Okay, it becomes yadyapi. So here there is no ekadesha. Ekadesha means where purva varna and paravarna both are replaced. But yan sandhi and yanta vanta desha sandhi, which will come later on. So in these two sandhis, there will be no ekadesha. The purva varna and paravarna both will not be replaced, but only purva varna will be replaced and the paravarna will stay as it is. So the rule of yan sandhi is the letters ya, va, ra, la replace the letters e or e, ukaraha or ukaraha, re or re and re, okay, respectively, when they are followed by a asavarna swara, by a asavarna swara, dissimilar vowel. So you can see the chart here. Purva varnaha, if it is ikaraha or ikaraha, paravarnaha, if it is asavarna swaraha, then the adesha will be ye. If purva varnaha is ukaraha or ukaraha and paravarnaha is asavarna swaraha, then of that particular varnaha, then the adesha will be va in the placement, in the place of purva varna only. Paravarna will stay as it is. Then the third rule is, if rakara is there and rakara is there and paravarnaha is asavarna swaraha, then the adesha will be ra. Purva varnaha, if it is rakar and paravarnaha is asavarna swaraha again for that particular letter, then the adesha will be la. Okay. Now here, what is the meaning of asavarna swaraha? You would be thinking. So before we are acquainted with the term savarna swaraha. Savarna swaraha. What is the meaning of savarna swaraha? Who will tell? Ratnakar. Okay. Who will tell? Sadayogi Prabhu, please tell. Savarna swara. What is the meaning of savarna swara?
So savarna means this same varna. For example, if it is a or a, for them the savarna is a and a.
Perfect. Yeah. So for akaraha, the a and a, they both are savarnas for each other. Okay. So this is the meaning of savarna. For example, ikara is there, ikaraha or ikaraha. Then for the dirgha ikaraha, rasva ikaraha and the dirgha ikara itself are both savarna swaras for each other. Now the asavarna swara, what could it mean? The opposite of savarna swara. The opposite of the savarna swara. The letters ya, va, ra, la replace the letters ikaraha or ikaraha, ukaraha or ukaraha, rakaraha or rikaraha and rir when they are followed by an asavarna swara, dissimilar vowel, which are to be considered as asavarna swara. So for ikaraha or ikaraha, any vowel other than ikaraha or ikaraha themselves is considered asavarnaha or opposite of savarna swara. So what do they include? This would include a, u, r, R, A, I, O, and O. So in this list, you can see there is no inclusion of ikaraha or ikaraha. So excluding ikaraha or ikaraha, these are the asavarnas for the letters ikaraha and ikaraha. Similarly, for ukaraha or ukaraha, any vowel other than ukaraha or ukaraha, which are considered to be savarna for those letters, themselves is considered a savarna. So that would include a, e, r, a, I, and o and au. So these letters will be considered as the asavarna for the ukara and ukara. Next, for re, and re, all vowels other than these three are considered asavarna. So that would include a, e, u, a, I, and o. Okay. So any of these swaras, okay, if there is rikaraha, see there is rikaraha there. So it should, so on the paravarnaha, there should be no rikaraha or rakaraha. Because rikaraha, and rikaraha, these all three vowels are considered to be savarnas for each other. So that's why rikaraha, if puravarna there is rikaraha, then paravarna should also exclude rikaraha and also the other rakaraha and rakaraha. So they should include only a, e, u, a, I, and o. When these asavarnas are placed on the parasvarnaha and puravarnas are there, then there will be respective adeshas. Okay, what will be the adeshas? So this is the table. This is the chart. Now you got what is asavarna swaraha. Who did not get what is the meaning of asavarna swaraha? Okay, everyone got it. Okay, then tell me.
Prabhuji, could you please explain it once again?
Yes,
Prabhuji, could you please explain one more time?
yes, no problem. So asavarna means the opposite of savarna swara. Savarna, in savarna dirgha sandhi, we found that if puravarnaha there is akaraha and paravarnaha there is savarna swaraha, okay, savarna swaraha or akaraha or akaraha, then the adesha will be dirgha swara, okay, dirgha savarna swara. So what is the dirgha savarna swara for akaraha? Akaraha is the dirgha savarna swara. But asavarna swaraha, it just means the opposite of savarna swaraha. For example, you take into consideration ikaraha or ikaraha. What will be the savarna swaras for ikaraha or ikaraha? Sachipriya Mataji, please tell.
Prabhu, can I tell if you don't mind?
Okay. So for ikaraha or ikaraha, the savarna swaras will be ikaraha itself and also the ikaraha. So for ikaraha, the savarna swara will be ikaraha itself and also ikaraha. And asavarna swaraha, it means the opposite of savarna swara. That means we don't have to include the savarna swaras for ikaraha or ikaraha. So for ikaraha or ikaraha, any vowel other than ikaraha or ikaraha themselves is considered asavarna. If we exclude them in the list of swaras, then what would be the revised list? So this would include a, u, re, a, I, o, and o. Now in this list, in the asavarna swara list for the ikaraha or ikaraha, we can find there is no inclusion of ikaraha or ikaraha. If they include this, then the asavarna swara will be wrong. There is no we cannot tell them that is asavarna swara because ikaraha and ikaraha, they are there in the list. So that's why we have to exclude them from the list. So puravarnaha, if it is ikaraha or ikaraha, and paravarnaha is asavarna swaraha, Okay, ikaraha or ikara should not be there in the paravarnaha, and the other swaras would be there. Then the respective adesha will take place. So in Yan Sandhi chart, if you see Puravarnaha, if it is ikaraha or ikaraha, and Paravarnaha is asavarna swara. For that particular swaras, for those particular swaras, the asavarna swara has to be defined. So it's a relative term. Okay, kindly understand, it's a relative term. So ikaraha or ikaraha puravarna, paravarna is asavarna swara for those particular swaras. Then the adesha will be ya, and ya will take place. Ya will take the place of ikaraha, or it could be ikara. It will replace them. That would be the adesha. And if puravarna is ukaraha or ukaraha, and paravarna is asavarna swara for those particular two swaras. So that should exclude the ukaraha and ukara, because ukaraha for ukaraha, the savarna swaras are ukaraha itself and also the dirgha ukara. So that's why the paravarna should not include ukaraha or ukara, and the other swaras, if they are there in paravarnaha, then the adesha vakaraha, the vyanjana only. There is no inclusion of, there is no adjoinment of the of the akaraha in the vakaraha vyanjana. So there is no purnakshara. It's only vyanjana itself. So vakara will come in the place of ukaraha or ukaraha if these parameters are there. Then if there is rakaraha and rakaraha, and paravarnaha is again asavarna swara. So what is the asavarna? What are the asavarna swaras for the rakaraha and rakaraha? This is the list: a, e, u, a, I, and o and o. These are the letters. Now here rakaraha is also excluded. Okay, because rakara is also considered to be savarna for the rakaraha and rakaraha. So that's why in paravarna we have to exclude even the rakara, and the adesha will which will happen, that is ra. Ra will come in the place of re, or it could be re, dirgha rekar. And paravarna will stay as it is. There will be no replacement of paravarna. Paravarna will stay as it is. It will act only as a nimitta, only as a parameter, okay, which will not change, which will not be replaced. Then puravarnaha, if it is rakaraha, and paravarnaha, if it is asavarna swaraha, that will exclude rakaraha, rakaraha, and rakara. Then the adesha, which will come in the replacement, which will come in the place of rakaraha, that will be la, and paravarnaha will stay as it is. Okay, the paravarnaha, the asavarna swaras for rakaraha will stay as it is. Now, we will get into the examples, okay, so that you can get more proper idea. Now, the first rule under Yan Sandhi is, if puravarnaha we have ikaraha or ikaraha, and paravarnaha we have asavarnaha ach. Asavarnaha ach means swaraha. So the another names for swaraha is ach. So asavarnaha ach is there, that will exclude the ikaraha and ikaraha. Then the adesha will be ya. Ya will come in the replacement of the ikaraha or ikaraha, and asavarnaha ach will stay as it is. Okay. So yadi plus api. Now if we break this term, then we can find puravarnaha, the one is in red color, we have ikaraha, and paravarnaha is akaraha of api. So the replacement will come in the position of ikara, rasva ikaraha, and ya will come in the replacement of ikaraha, and a will stay as it is. So then if we combine all these letters, we will get yadyapi. Yadi plus api becomes yadyapi. Then nadi and asti. Okay, nadi and asti. So if we break, then we can find the purva varnaha is dirgha ikaraha, and paravarnaha is again akaraha, which is asavarna swaraha for ikaraha. Yes. So the parameters are there, then the rules will be applied. So akaraha is not savarnaha swaraha for ikara. And that's why the rule of this will be applied. And ya will take the will come in the position of ikaraha, and it will become nadyasti. Nadyasti. Okay, ya is taking the position. So ya is the adeshaha, and a will stay as it is. Then it becomes nadyasti. Now, through the help of animation, you will get more perfect idea. One second, I will just share the sound.
यण्सन्धेः उदाहरणं यदि अपि यदि इत्यत्र अन्त्यस्य इकारस्य अपि इत्यस्य आदिवर्णे अकारे परे यकारादेशः भवति यद्यपि
Okay.
यण्सन्धेः उदाहरणं नदी अस्ति नदी इत्यत्र अन्त्यस्य ईकारस्य अस्ति इत्यस्य आदिवर्णे अकारे परे यकारादेशः भवति नद्यस्ति.
Get out here. Is it clear for everyone?
Paravarna or Adivarna, both are same.
Sorry, Gosakan Prabhu.
Paravarna or Adivarna?
Paravarna is Adivarna, you can tell. Yes, you can
Yes,
also
yes.
do Adivarna of the next word. You can also tell. Usually we use that nomenclature. So we use Purva Varna to indicate the previous letter, the Antya letter, and the Adi Varna we tell Paravarna. Because the Sandhi happens between two sounds, two letters.
Prabhu, just a minute, can you just go back to the last example, your slide?
Last example, yes.
No, not this, back. Your slide. This is the video one. Prabhu, I think we had one more example in, I think, Pune Sandhi or where Yaddapi was there. That time also it was Yaddapi only, right?
No. In Guna Sandhi there cannot be Yadyapi. I actually took this example to explain the Adeshaha method. There are three methods in Sandhi Karyam. First one is Adeshaha. Second one is Agama. Third one is Lopaha. So while explaining Adesha method, I took this example of Yadyapi. But in Guna Sandhi.
Okay. So here basically what I understood is when you have this kind of a E or E, any of the combination, and the if you have like a Savarna Varna you have, then you will always have year there. So earlier we had a confusion how the year is coming from. So now this is the answer for it. This is basically a formula, you can say.
Correct. Yes, exactly. This is the formula. Yeah, like Yakar will just come in the place of Ikaraha or Ikaraha, and the next letter will stay as this. It will not change.
Yeah, correct. I get it, Prabhu, now.
Yes.
Because I until today I was thinking even how is it happening there also. When I was going through on a weekend, I was happening okay maybe this is how it is. But now this is more clear. Yeah, when it is said yeah, no, it become more clear.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sir?
Yes, any question?
Sir, Ratnakar here.
Yes.
Sir, I have one more example of this. Adi plus aksharaha. Adyaksharah.
Perfect. Yes. Adi plus akshara. Akaraha paravarna is asavarna swara. So that's why again here the Yant Sandhi will be applied. The first rule of Yant Sandhi. It will become Adyaksharam. Aksharaha. Aksharam aksharani. Prabhu, aksharaha is not, I don't think aksharaha is there. Aksharani will be. Aksharam akshare aksharani. It's a Napunsakalinga word.
यण्सन्धेः
Next. So next rule under Yant Sandhi is if Purva Varnaha we have ukaraha or ukaraha, and paravarnaha we have asavarnaha swaraha of respective swaras. Ukaraha or ukaraha should not be there in the position of paravarnaha. Then the result, the transformation of swara will be what? Vakaraha, the vyanjana va, will come in the place of ukaraha or ukaraha. 1 second, I will just put the charger. So paravarnaha, if we have asavarnaha swara for respective swaras, then the replacement will happen that the vakaraha vyanjana will come in the position of purvavarnaha, ukaraha or ukaraha, and the paravarnaha will stay as it is. So example, su plus agatam. Su plus agatam. Now here the purvavarnaha is ukaraha. Okay. The paravarnaha is what? Akaraha. So akaraha is asavarna swara for ukaraha or ukaraha. Yes. And that's why the replacement will be what? The vakaraha will come in the position of ukaraha. And it will become swagatam. It's a very famous word we use often. Swagatam. So su plus agatam becomes swagatam. Now again here the swagatam word is compulsory. Whenever we are dealing with someone, so it's not a Hare Krishna su agatam. We will not tell like that, su agatam. Because why? Because this sandhi is happening. This sandhi is happening in the upasarga and dhatu. So I told that formula that thinks that when sandhi will be compulsory and when sandhi will not be compulsory, when sandhi will be optional. So here the sandhi is compulsory, and that's why every time we will tell swagatam, we will not tell su agatam. Now here the next example we have vadhu plus agamanam. Vadhu plus agamanam. So here ukaraha is there, dirgha ukaraha, and the paravarnaha is asavarnaha swaraha. Agamanam we have a. So a is the asavarna swara for ukaraha, and that's why the replacement, the verb will come in the replacement of ukaraha, and that's why it will become vadvagamanam. Vadvagamanam. Vadhu plus agamanam becomes vadvagamanam.
यण्सन्धेः उदाहरणं सु आगतं. सु इत्यत्र अन्त्यस्य उकारस्य आगतम् इत्यस्य आदिवर्णे आकारे परे वकारादेशः भवति स्वागतम्. यण्सन्धेः उदाहरणं वधू आगमनं. वधू इत्यत्र अन्त्यस्य ऊकारस्य आगमनम् इत्यस्य आदिवर्णे आकारे परे वकारादेशः भवति वध्वागमनम्.
Okay, it's clear.
Vadvagamanam. Here I
Correct.
think
Vadvagamanam. Yes.
Sandhi is not compulsory, I think.
Here sandhi is optional. You can also tell vadhu agamanam or you can tell vadvagamanam, because vadhu is a word, it's a pada in itself, and agamanam is also another pada. Which is pada, which is not pada, I will explain later. That sense you will get eventually. Next rule. So rakaraha and rakaraha, paravarnaha, if we have asavarnaha swara, then the replacement will be ra. Ra will come in the purva, in the place of purvavarna, and the paravarna will stay as is. So pitre plus ichha. Here we have rasvarikaraha and ichha is there. So e is the asavarna swara for rakar. There is no Savarna Swara there in the Paravarna. That's why the Ra will come in the position of Puravarna, and the Paravarna will stay as it is, and it will become Pitra Cha. Okay, Pitra Cha. Then Kra plus Iti. Kra plus Iti. Here we have Dirgha Rekara, and Paravarnaha is Asavarna Swara Ikaraha, and that's why the Ra will come in the position of Puravarnaha. It will become Kriti. It will become Kriti. Okay. Kra plus Iti becomes Kriti.
यण्सन्धेः उदाहरणं पितृ इच्छा. पितृ इत्यत्र अन्त्यस्य ऋकारस्य इच्छा इत्यस्य आदिवर्णे इकारे परे रेफादेशः भवति पितृच्छा. यण्सन्धेः उदाहरणं कृ इति. कृ इत्यत्र अन्त्यस्य ऋकारस्य इति इत्यस्य आदिवर्णे इकारे परे रेफादेशः भवति कृति.
Okay. Then the next rule is, if Puravarnaha we have Rakaraha.
Sir,
question.
Can you give me the meaning of Kri?
Kri.
Just prior. Kri. What is the meaning of that Kru? I mean Kri.
Usually, one second.
Kru.
That Kru. Yeah.
This one. So Kri is actually usually it's a dhatu verbal root. Okay, it's a dhatu, and Kri is a dhatu, and after that there are many forms which happen. So just in order to explain that Kra is a dhatu, iti means it is, so Kri iti.
To do that one, no?
No, it's different actually. It's different. That is Krim Karane. This is different dhatu, Prabhu. Do is that is different dhatu. This is used in some different sense. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, in the Kriti, while writing, instead of this, can we write like way the Krishna, Ardha Chandra down, Kriti?
We cannot write, Prabhu. How we can write? Because Rakaraha, the Vyanjana Ra is replacing Swara Rekaraha. Okay. So here there is Swara Rekaraha, and Vyanjana is replacing a Swara. So you cannot, because when we are writing Kriti, so that type of half Chandra, which is there below the Akshara, so that indicates that we have Rekaraha adjoined with that Vyanjana. But here there is a Sanyukt Akshara. Okay, that is Purnakshara, and here the Krishna word, there is Purnakshara. Kre is a Purnakshara. But in here Kriti, Kre is the Sanyukt Akshara. I think it's the fourth type of Sanyukt Akshara. So that's the difference, Prabhu. We cannot write like Krishna. Yes, Krishna Kirti, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, could you make some comment on difference in your pronunciation of Kri and Mataji's pronunciation of Kri as Kru?
Prabhu, definitely. No, Mataji is not pronouncing Kru.
She said Kru.
यण्सन्धेः उदाहरणं कृ इति. कृ इत्यत्र अन्त्यस्य ऋकारस्य इति इत्यस्य आदिवर्णे इकारे परे रेफादेशः भवति कृति.
Yes, I don't hear to Kruti. Here she is speaking Kra only.
If you back up, she said Kru. I'm quite sure I heard her say Kru.
यण्सन्धेः उदाहरणं कृ इति. कृ इत्यत्र अन्त्यस्य ऋकारस्य इति इत्यस्य आदिवर्णे इकारे परे रेफादेशः भवति कृति.
Yeah, so before the Sandhya, that she pronounced that as crew, and you pronounce the same ka and ru as kri. So I just wanted to hear some comment on the difference between your pronunciations.
Yeah, Prabhu. Definitely. See, the pronunciation for it is not Ru, Prabhu. It is Re. I don't know how much. If I can send this video, maybe you can also hear more. I don't know how much. But what I'm hearing now, so she's pronouncing Re, Re, not Ru or like that. So she's not pronouncing even Re. Then if you pronounce Re, then it becomes Purnakshara, Vyanjana, Vidvyanjana. So here we have to pronounce it as Kr when we are speaking Swara. So Kr is there, Kr, but that is not Kri. Kri is different and Kr is different. And Ra is different.
I don't know.
Different. So something which is in between of Re and Ra, you can take it as a pronunciation of Re, like that.
I don't know if anyone else is hearing this, but when she just took the kr by herself, it sounded very much like crew. That's,
I don't know.
She said.
Anyone else? Parul Mataji, are you also hearing same thing?
Yeah, I don't hear, like, actually she is speaking for a longer duration, like crew, not, but it's not oo, but she's not even saying cree, she's saying crew, something like is elongated to a extent that it looks like
is elongated at the last.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why that's what I want to tell. It's not crew, but she is actually, when at the last when you hear that word, so then you can see there is a sound of akara or kr, or not exactly akara, but there is a little bit sound of akara, and rakara is definitely there. So even when I asked my acharya, so he also told me the same thing, that something, the pronunciation, something in between of re and ra. The pronunciation, something which is in between of re and ra, that is the pronunciation of re. So actually that is not re or ra.
I am not certain that we are even talking about the same part of her speech. When she, the very beginning, when she says crew.
Yeah, I will just replay.
यण्सन्धेः उदाहरणं कृ इति.
See,
crew, right there.
She is not pronouncing like crew, Prabhuji. She not crew. She is pronouncing as kr. Just maybe elongating a little bit more. Kr, but not crew. Definitely not crew. Or there could be slight difference.
यण्सन्धेः उदाहरणं.
There must be something wrong with
कृ इति. कृ इत्यत्र अन्त्यस्य ऋकारस्य इति इत्यस्य आदिवर्णे इकारे परे रेफादेशः भवति कृति.
Yes. It's definitely not true, but it's kr, not crew.
Yeah, there must be something wrong with my hearing. I'm hearing something quite different.
Otherwise, I'll send this video, Blue. You can also maybe, because I don't know how much Zoom can actually give a very good sound transmission.
I don't think it's the Zoom video. I think it's my ears. I think I'm not hearing it. I think there's something wrong with my hearing.
Prabhuji?
Yes, Gokran.
Yeah, I used to hear that one also as crew, but then I realized it's crew. It's not, the lips are going like closer, but it's not like a oo, like crew, it's crew. But I had the same experience of Prabhuji with Kirti Prabhu is
Can I add something in this?
Yes, Sadhguru, please.
Actually, it is kr only. That means it is coming from kantha. It is not oshtam crew. It is kr, not crew. Kr.
Yes. Kr is there. Kr, and not pru. Pru is completely different.
Yeah.
You pronounce it completely different.
I feel her pronunciation is slightly wrong, but your pronunciation is correct. Kr is correct, but she pronounces as crew only, but it's wrong actually.
Maybe. Anyway, I don't know because it's she's also speaking and it's becoming recorded. So I don't know how much there could be some issue anyway. But definitely it is not crew. It is kr, kr, kr. Okay, and then elongated kr. You just elongate when there is a dirgha, rakara, rakara. Okay. Then ghasl plus adeshah. So then here pura varnaha is l and also a is there. Then the la is getting replaced by the letter r, and then it becomes ghasla desha. Okay, ghasla desha. Same thing.
What if it is ghasla and then isha, if it is there, then what will happen there?
Yeah, the la vyanjana will come in the position in the place of pura varna r.
La is fine, but then there is adesha. So if you go back to the example, this last slide. So here see, grusla, correct. Here if you see, gha, sa, la become la because I is there. La become la. We are focusing on the replacing this, but if it is e and all, then this will become what you call, the word will change. Let's say for me, let's say ghasal plus isha. If I give that, then what will be the
Ghaslisha. It will become ghaslisha.
Ghaslisha.
Yes, because whatever paravarna is there will stay as it is only. It will not change. So here there is akara, that's why we are pronouncing it as adesha. But if you put ikaraha, something which is asavarna swara for rakara, then at the last we have to pronounce that swara. If there is ishaha, then we'll pronounce ghaslishaha. If there is some ekara, then we'll pronounce ghasleshaha. If there is some other swara, ghasloshaha, ghasloshaha. So whatever swara is there in the paravarna, that will stay as it is, not change.
Okay.
Okay, go a little faster. Then yan sandhi. So iti plus ataha, it becomes ityataha. Iti plus aha, ityaha. Yadi plus api becomes yadyapi. Nadi plus asti becomes nadyasti. Iti plus uktva, ityuktva. Okay, you can see the first rule is being applied again and again. Okay, everywhere in the paravarna you can see there is asavarna swara, and purva varna we have ikaraha or ikaraha, and the adesha will be vyanjana, yeah. Okay, and the paravarna will stay as it is. So here if you see iti uktva, the paravarna is ukara and puravarna is ikaraha. Then the adesha will be coming in the place of ikaraha, yeah, and then ukara will stay as it is, and that's why we will tell ityuktva. Then iti uchyate, so it will become ityuchyate. Iti evam, ityevam, nadi evam, nadyevam, vastu asti. Here you see the second rule is being applied. So ukara is getting replaced by the letter, by the vyanjana v, and akara is staying as it is. So it becomes vastvasti. Vastu asti becomes vastvasti. Guru plus adesha becomes gurvadesha. A stays as it is. Vakar is coming in the position of ukaraha, and it becomes gurvadesha.
Switi.
Astu plus iti becomes atviti. Okay, astu plus iti becomes astviti. So, perfect. Any question? It's clear? anyone?
For the examples earlier you had sent for the Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. Can you send for the Gun Sandhi and the others as well, please?
Yes, Prabhu, I just forgot to send that. Yeah, I have prepared that. I will send tomorrow. All the for Guna Sandhi, Priti Sandhi, and the Sandhis which are taught today.
Thanks, Prabhu.
Now, can anyone just please tell what is the time?
15 more minutes more to go. More 15 minutes we have.
More 15 minutes we have. Swara Sandhi, okay, we will study Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi. So, Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi is another example of the not Ekadesha Sandhi. Okay, so Ekadesha, we have the Ekadesha means Puravarna and Paravarna both are getting replaced. But here the only Puravarna is getting replaced and Paravarna is staying as it is. So at the end of this lesson, what is Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi, table of Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi, examples of Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi, and rule of Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi, and the special case. Okay. So what is the rule of Yanta Vanta Desha Sandehe Niyama? What is the rule of that? When Ekaraha, Okaraha, Aikaraha, and Aukaraha are followed by a swara, it could be anything, Savarna or Asavarna, anything. They are replaced by Av, respectively. Okay. If Puravarna we have Ekaraha, Aikaraha, Okaraha, or Aukaraha, and Paravarna we have any swaras, then the Adesha for the respective places will be Au, and Au. And the Paravarna will stay as it is. It will not change. Okay. So what is the meaning of this word? Yanta Vanta Desha. So here the and I is called Yanta Desha. Why? Because if you see the ending letter of this term, this word, so both we have Yakara, Vyanjana we have Ya. So that's why something which is ending with the letter Vyanjana Ya, that is called Yanta. And because those letters, those terms are actually those letters are actually, words are having the Adesha on the placement of Ekaraha or Aikaraha. That's why those two words are called Yanta Desha. And Av and Av. Here we have Vakaraha as the last Vyanjana of that word. Av and also Av also. That's why it is happening as the Adesha in the replacement of Okaraha and Aukar respectively. That's why those are called Vanta Desha. Okay, some word which is ending with va, Vyanjana, that is called Vanta. And because that word is acting as an Adesha in the placement of some Varna, that's why that is called Vanta Desha. And this Sandhi, because it is facilitating the Yanta and Vanta Desha Sandhis, the Adeshas, that's why it is called Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi. So this is the chart. We will get into the rules. So, example, if we have Ekaraha as in the Purva Varnaha and Paravarnaha we have Swaraha, okay, any Swara. Presently just take any Swara, it could be. We will see more cases also later. So, Purva Varnaha we have Ekaraha and Paravarnaha we have any Swara. Then the replacement will be of I, okay. I will come in the position of I will actually take the position of Ekaraha. It will come in that place, and Swara will stay as it is. Now here you see Hare plus Ekara. Hare plus A. We have Puravarna, we have Ekaraha, and Paravarna, we have again Ekaraha. So the Adesha will be I. I will come in the place of Ekara, and Swaraha, the Swara will stay as it is. So it will become Haraye. Okay, Haraye.
यान्तावान्तादेशसन्धेः उदाहरणं हरे ए हरे इत्यत्र अन्त्यस्य एकारस्य एकारे परे अयादेशः भवति हरये
Okay. Then if we have Aikaraha as the Pura Varna and Paravarna, any Swara is there, then the Adesha will be what? Then the Adesha will be I. Okay, the elongated version, I. And I will come in the place of Aikara. And the Swaraha will stay as it is. So here we have Nai plus Akaha. Nai, here Aikara is there, and we have the Swara. It could be Savarna or Asvarna, whatever. Any Swara we have. And then the I will come in the place of Aikaraha, and the Paravarna Akaraha will stay as it is. And that's why it will become Nayakaha.
यान्तावान्तादेशसन्धेः उदाहरणं नै अकः नै इत्यत्र अन्त्यस्य ऐकारस्य अकः इत्यस्य आदिवर्णे अकारे परे आयादेशः भवति नायकः.
Okay. Now another rule is that if Pura Varnaha we have Okaraha and Paravarnaha we have any Swara, then the Av will be the Adesha. Vanta Adesha will have. So Av will come in the place of Okaraha. And Swaraha, the Paravarna will stay as it is. Now we have Vishnu plus Ekaraha. So Okaraha is Purva Varnaha and Ekara is Paravarnaha. And Okara will get replaced by the word of. Okay, and it will become Vishnave. Ekara will stay as it is and will become Vishnave.
यान्तावान्तादेशसन्धेः उदाहरणं विष्णो ए विष्णो इत्यत्र अन्त्यस्य ओकारस्य एकारे परे अवादेशः भवति विष्णवे.
Okay. Then we have Au plus Swaraha becomes Au plus Swaraha. So if Pura Varnaha we have Aukaraha and the Swaraha we have any of the Swara, then Av will be the Adesha. Okay, Av will come in the replacement of the Aukara. So the Pau plus Akaha we have, and here the Pura Varnaha we have Aukaraha and Para Varnaha we have Akara. So Av will come in the place of Aukaraha, and it will become Pavakaha. The Akaraha Para Varnaha will stay as it is and it will become Pavakaha. Okay. So
यान्तावान्तादेशसन्धेः उदाहरणं पौ अकः पौ इत्यत्र अन्त्यस्य औकारस्य अकः इत्यस्य आदिवर्णे अकारे परे आवादेशः भवति पावकः.
Okay. So this is the thing. So this is the Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi. Now examples: J plus Ati becomes Jayati. Shre plus Ati becomes Shrayati.
काय झालं बाबू तू पण ऐकतोस?
Kare plus Ati becomes
संस्कृत शिकायचंय.
Dravati. Sro plus Ati becomes Sravati. Then Dhyai plus Ati becomes Dhyayati. Gai plus Ati becomes Gayati. Trai plus Ati becomes Trayate. Trai plus Ate becomes Trayate. Rai plus Au becomes Rayau. Pau plus Aka becomes Pavaka. And Lau plus Aka becomes Lavaka. Okay, so this is the thing, and these are the examples of Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi. Any questions in this? Now there is some special thing actually. Someone would, if he has actually exposed or he has some experience, then definitely there should be one question. In Bhagavad Gita, there are many examples, and definitely there should be sometimes some question here. Because, for example, even yesterday, day before yesterday, we had doubt session. So there also one example came, and the parameters are matching according to Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi. but still some other Sandhi will be applied.
Yeah, Prabhu, yeah, that reminds me. Yesterday, Dow session, do you have a recording of that?
Oh, no, Mataji. No. I did not record that.
Yesterday, I saw the message very late and I couldn't join actually.
I did not do any recording because it was like some devotees were having some technical issue also. So,
okay.
Yeah, but if you have any doubt, then maybe you can ask. Message. Yes. So this is the rule of Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi. Okay. Now there is some special case. In some special cases, some other form is also derived. Okay. What happens actually? Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi happens between the letters of two words. Words means, like here we have to take the meaning of the word as pada. Okay, as the pada, when the pada is formed. So optionally the ya and va of the adesha gets deleted. Now here we have to see asane plus upavishtav. Asane plus upavishtav. Asane means the asana and upavishtav means someone who has sat. So upavishtav means dvivachanam. There are two people who have sat in the asana. So asane upavishtav. Now here, according to Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi rule, we have ekaraha as the purva varnaha and paravarna we have any of this one. So then what will be the adeshaha? The adeshaha will be ayekaraha. Ayadesha will happen, and that's why it will become asanayo upavishtav. Okay, asanayupavishtav. That will be the word. Okay, when we apply the ayadi yanta vanta desha sandhi. Now here the another rule is there that we can actually optionally omit or we can delete the last vyanjana which is there in the yakara. Okay, so here, like for example, we have this adeshas I, au. So the rule is like that for words, when the sandhi is happening between two padas, okay, when the pada is already formed, it's not in the process, in the formation of the pada, but the two padas are already formed, the formation process is done. Then when we are trying to apply the sandhi, so then we have an optional form. Okay, then yanta vanta desha sandhi, according to that, the rules, the sandhi will happen. I, au, according to the rules. Okay, but there is an optional form that sometimes we can also delete the vyanjanas, the last vyanjana which is there. For example, in aikaraha, ya vyanjana is there. We can just delete it, and when in I is there, yakara we can delete it. Then in av, vakara we can delete. Av, vakara we can delete. So the last letter of these adeshas we can actually delete when the sandhi is being applied between the two padas. Okay. For example, asane upavishtav is there. Here the first rule of yanta vanta desha sandhi is being applied, and that's why the ayadesha will happen. So it will become asana upavishtav. Asana upavishtav. But optionally, we can also delete the ya vyanjana. We can optionally delete the vyanjana and it will just become asana upavishtav. Asana and upavishtav. Okay. So kasmai adadat. So if we apply this sandhi, then it will become kasmai adadat. So we have two forms, kasmaya dadat and kasma and adadat, because yakara gets deleted optionally. Then guru plus iha, gura viha. Okay, this is the form according to yanta vanta desha sandhi, but optionally we can also delete the vakar. So it will become gura and iha, gura and iha. Tau anaya. So it becomes tav plus anaya, becomes tavanaya. And optionally we can delete the vakaraha and it becomes ta and anaya. Though both forms are correct, the forms which here were deleted are more commonly used. Okay. So usually sometimes these asana upavishtav and sometimes these are also commonly used in shlokas and sometimes. except in the case of avadesha. So what is the avadesha? Here, the fourth example, if you see tav anaya, usually tav anaya is only used, ta anaya is used very rarely. Okay. Otherwise, the other optional forms, the asana upavishto, kasma adadat, gura iha. So then these are actually commonly used. But in the fourth one, tavanaya is also used more common. Okay. So this is the thing. Now another important note is that after yakaraha or vakaraha of the adeshaha gets deleted, then other swara sandhis will not happen, even if the rules are satisfied. So udaharanam example is asana upavishto. If you see the optional form we are taking, okay, now here the form should be what? Asana upavishto, and yakara we are deleting it. Then it will become asana upavishto. So which sandhi should be applied if we just have this type of parameter? Pura varna is akaraha and para varna is ukaraha. Which sandhi should be applied here? Guna sandhi should be applied. Yes, and it should become asanopavishto. But because it is usually the form, it is actually asane and upavishto. So that's why the sandhi is already being applied. Yantavanta desha sandhi is already being applied, and the optional forms are already there. So that's why asana upavishto will remain as though real guna sandhi will not happen. It will stay as it is. It will be like asana and upavishto. Now, how we will know? Only by practice, only by more experience. Okay. When we eventually come through many of the examples and when we see the context there, what context it's being used, then automatically we can see, okay, so here there is a Yantavanta Desha Sandhi and we cannot apply Guna Sandhi here. Okay.
Prabhu, so as you said, this like before today's class, it would have been asana upadeshta, because we have learned only guna sandhi. But now when it comes to, you have learned guna sandhi also, and now yantavanta also, and maybe there are some words in somewhere where there are different they might have used yantavanta instead of a guna sandhi. How what answer we will expect from there? Which one will presides? Is there any kind of a rule? Like
no, Mataji, it's not some like type of rule. But usually this asana upavishto, if we have, so definitely now whenever I'll be like giving some exercises or some other things, then definitely I will not give such examples where already Yantavanta Desha Sandhi is applied and like that. So definitely I will not give. And sometimes the asana upavishto is there. So here usually, usually whenever we see this type of examples, so we find that in many examples, we have to understand that Yantavanta Desha Sandhi is already applied. And this Sandhi, very rarely it will come in Guna Sandhi example. Okay, very rarely it will come. And even if it comes also, then it will come only maybe in shlokas if it is there, or in some other things. Then there we have to understand, okay, here the Guna Sandhi is being applied, and the asane, then the asana, here there is no ekara. If there is some sandhi, if the formation of the sandhi is being applied as asana upavishto, and if it is given asana upavishto, then we have to understand that in asana, the original word, in the original, because everything is happening, all the sandhis are taking place later, but before the words were in some other form. So then we have to understand that asana, here the meaning should not be taken in asane, but only asana. So through that inference, we can actually understand that the original word should not be asane, but it was only asana. And also, if we know the context, then we can understand that if there is upavishto here, then every time when we will learn more karakas, vibhaktis also, the factors of action, then we can understand that asane means sitting in the asana, okay, sitting on the asana. So if we tell asana upavishto, then it does not give meaning. It does not give any of the, because you are just telling sitting asana, sitting and asana. There is no interjection or what conjunction word, anything. That type of word which tells the relationship between the kriyapada, the verb, and also the object. So there are many things, many factors involved. how to actually infer which Sandhi is being applied and where to apply which Sandhi. So gradually, Mataji, by experience only, we can actually know. But there is no such type of superiority of Sandhis. It just will come gradually. And through inference, through context, we can understand the meanings. Now, next important note is that, but when Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi happens between the letters of the same word, okay, but when this Sandhi happens between the letters of the same word, deletion of Yakaraha or Vakara does not happen. So, Udaharan is Hare plus Ekaraha. Okay, it will become Hare and A. So, Hare it will be. So, we cannot tell here that, okay, Prabhuji, now optionally we will delete Yakara also here. Why? Because it's in the formation of the word. It's in the formation of a pada. It has not yet become pada until it's still in the process of becoming pada. So that's why the deletion of yakaraha or vakaraha will not happen. Compulsorily, yanta vanta desha sandhi will be applied. And the aya desha, ay will be there, out will be there, and other adeshas will be. So Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi is like telling all the things, everything. And when we are coming into padas, okay, when there is a pada, when Sandhi is happening in between the pada, then optionally we can actually omit, we can delete the yakaraha or vakaraha between the letters of the two padas, okay, two individual padas. But here Hare plus A, the pada is actually in the formation process. It has not yet become pada. And how to identify pada gradually, I will tell. Okay. In the coming classes, I will explain that what is called a pada and what is not called a pada. Also, I will just give some introduction also what is pada and what is not pada. Before also we get into other sandhis so that you can get more proper idea. I will just teach some basics first of all. Then gradually we can get into the details of what is pada and what is not pada. So optionally, if you see deshe plus iha, so desha iha is there and desha iha according to Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi, and optionally we are deleting yakara, so it becomes desha and iha. Kale plus iti becomes kala iti, and also optional form is kala iti. So these are all two individual words. They are not in they don't have to be more processed, or there is no, they are individual padas. Okay, already they have become padas. It's not in the formation process. So that's why kale plus iti becomes kala iti and also kala iti. Then vartante iti. So vartanta iti and vartanta iti. Edhate plus iti becomes edhata iti and edhata iti. Now, where will be the compulsory? When Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi will be compulsory and there will be no optional forms like some other deletion of yakaraha or vakaraha. So, Shayana means sleeping. So, She plus Ana, it's still in the process of becoming a pada. Still is in the process of becoming a pada. That's why She and Ana, it's actually Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi will happen. And the optional form or deletion of yakaraha will not take place. Then Kshaya, Kshe plus Aya. Kshe plus A becomes Kshaya. It's in the formation process. Then J plus A becomes Jaya. Shre plus A becomes Shraya. Bho plus Ana becomes Bhavana. So these are still in the formation of a pada. That's why the Sandhi will be applied and there will be no optional forms. Any questions?
Practice and more words required. This is what,
Sorry?
because many words we are not aware, no, Prabhu. We have to actually go through, vocabulary of 20 words or 10 words at least each a day. By making a sandhi or if we go through it, then only our brain will get trained. The vocabulary is very less, Prabhu. That's the problem. We are not able to add it. Many things we are jumbling. That's the problem.
Yeah, this will come gradually only, Mataji. It's not like like I'm teaching 45 days, so this will definitely give some of course basics or fundamentals of Sanskrit grammar, but still along with that vocabulary you have to increase gradually. Okay, otherwise if I teach everything in one class, vocabulary, this, that, then every day I have to teach like 2 hours, or then it will be like because these things also if I have to teach, then it will take 6 months, 1 year. If everything we have to teach, like spoon feed everything, or everything we will teach, then it will like 6 months, 1 year. So this is a gradual process, and vocabulary is something which we inherit, like which we get gradually. And I have already given vocabulary builder book, so you can also go through that book and work on some different examples. So gradually vocabulary will also increase. Now I can understand. People are like, devotees are like, Prabhuji, what is pada, what is not pada, how we will identify where to apply Sandhi, where not to. So don't become too much confused, okay? For now, just forget, if you are not able to understand that there is an optional deletion of yakara or vakara, if you don't get it, no problem. Now, personally, just I will advise you that wherever you are seeing those type of parameters, that where if you see Purvavarna and Paravarna, just compulsorily just apply Yanta Vanta Deshas. Okay, don't delete, don't do the deletion process of yakara or bakara. But gradually, when you also come across too many verses in Bhagavad Gita and other things, then you have to also get acquainted with such types of rules. But otherwise, now when I will be giving some practice exercises, so you just apply Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi, because you don't know where we have to apply, where the padas are actually in the formation process or already they are formed. So gradually that will come. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Sadayogi Prabhu.
Prabhuji, you have just shown one slide. Next slide, something Pura Rupa Sandhi.
Correct.
And now you have explained us the Ekadesh Sandhi, and this is not Ekadesh. Is it a Purva Rupa, Yana and Yantavanta?
Yeah, Purva Rupa. No, Yantavanta Desha Sandhi is not Ekadesha. And also what else? Yan Sandhi is also not Ekadesha. But the other Sandhis, the other 5 Sandhis, they are Ekadesha Sandhis. Even Purva Rupa Sandhi is also coming under the category of Ekadesha.
We don't have any name for this Yana and Yantavanta. Name means just like Ekadesh, Desha Sandhi, one category. And this is another category.
You can just maybe create a new word, Nirakadesh, maybe some like Nirekadesha Sandhi, something, I don't know. You can apply Nirekadesha Sandhi or what else? Because you can just, to tell that particular term, to tell that particular thing, we can apply Upasarga to the Dhatu, and then in that way we can create new words also. But particularly in there is no nomenclature being utilized to tell something which is not Ekadesha. But only Yan Sandhi and Yantavanta Desha Sandhi, so they are not Ekadesha Sandhis.
Is this the end of the Acha Sandhi?
No, Prabhu. Pura Rupa Sandhi, I will complete it tomorrow. Already it is 8:30. So actually, I wanted to complete all the 3 Sandhis in today's class, but since there were many other questions also, so no problem. I will complete it tomorrow, and also I will discuss Visarga Sandhi.
Anything you addressed, Prabhu? I was not there for the initial 5 minutes about the Bhagavad Gita chapters. You alerted everybody projects.
Yes. To everybody, I have assigned all the different chapters, and they have to actually complete the project. They have to identify the different sandhis in those shlokas. For example, like the Guna Sandhi, Vriddhi Sandhi, Savarna Dirgha Sandhi, and what else? The sandhis which I taught today, Yan Sandhi, and also Yantavanta Desha Sandhi. So, and also tomorrow I will teach last Sandhi in the Swara Sandhi, that is Pura Rupa Sandhi. So then these Sandhis, we have to actually see where they are applied in Bhagavad Gita shlokas. So that's the project. You have to identify which sandhi is being applied in which place by the help of the document.
Yes.
Pura Rupa Sandhi, it's very, very important. We cannot skip this Sandhi, otherwise, in Bhagavad Gita, you'll find amples of examples, many examples where Pura Rupa Sandhi is being applied.
Yeah.
If we don't study Pura Rupa Sandhi, then we will have confusion between Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi and Pura Rupa Sandhi. So in order to understand Pura Rupa Sandhi, we need to have background of Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi. And that's why I advise you that please again revise Yan Sandhi and Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi. If you don't revise, or you don't become like, you don't properly revise them, then you cannot grasp what is Purva Rupa Sandhi. Purva Rupa Sandhi is something called Apavada and Utsarga. Utsarga Apavada Bhava. I will explain this to you. Many things are there. Yes.
Prabhu, the last homework sheet, can you send the answer sheet for it? I've done it, but I want to cross check with the answer. The last sheet which you sent on, I think day 6, right? I believe.
Achha. Oh, exercise.
Yeah, Anvaya Artha, Samarthu, that I've tried writing it. Should I send you, or will you send the
You
answer?
can just send me, Mataji. You can just send the document. And
Okay, I'll send you the picture. Okay.
yeah,
sure.
we will send you the remarks.
Okay, Prabhu.
It is observed, Prabhuji. I was speaking 11th chapter. So maximum